Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the fascinating world of numismatics, and today, we have an incredible story to share with you, a tale that revolves around a singular coin, an ordinary 1-cent piece from the year 1967 that has taken the numismatic world by storm and is now worth an astonishing $95 million due to its unique errors and a series of astonishing mistakes that make it extraordinarily valuable. You might be wondering how a simple penny can hold such a monumental price tag, but this particular coin holds a rich history full of intrigue, fascination, and, quite frankly, a bit of serendipity that has captured the attention of collectors, historians, and investors alike. Let us take you back to 1967, a year filled with cultural revolutions, incredible music, and significant events, but amidst all that, something peculiar happened at the U.S. Mint, a twist of fate that would lead to an unprecedented valuation of a mere 1-cent coin. It all started with a simple mistake during the coin production process. You see, the United States Mint was in the midst of transitioning from the use of a heavier bronze composition to a more economical copper-nickel alloy, and during this transition, some coins were minted with a strange anomaly. The 1967 1-cent coins were struck in a batch where a small number of them were mistakenly created without the usual mint mark that signifies their origin, which at the time was highly unusual but did not seem particularly exceptional. However, as the years passed and numismatic experts began to pay attention to these oddities, the rarity of the error combined with an enthusiastic collector market began to elevate the value of these coins dramatically. In fact, many collectors and numismatists started to realize that coins without mint marks, especially in conjunction with other errors, could yield considerably higher prices, and since only a handful of these coins were distributed, the rarity factor played a significant role in their appreciation. Adding to the intrigue was a critical error involving what is known as the double die strike, a phenomenon that occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, resulting in a doubling effect on certain elements of the design. The 1967 1-cent coins were particularly favorable for this error, with some coins displaying severely misaligned images or text, making them unique else from each other. This doubling, while often a nuisance in the manufacturing process, inadvertently created a minor revolution in the collector world, as these coins suddenly began commanding prices far surpassing what anyone could have ever imagined. As these coins changed hands over the decades, stories about hidden finds and backyard discoveries began to surface, further amplifying the legend of the 1967 1-cent coin that could potentially be worth millions. Moreover, experts began analyzing not just the visible errors but also the fine details associated with these coins, focusing on their unique characteristics, including subtle variations in weight, texture, and even the sound they emitted when dropped, which could all indicate authenticity and even their particular place in history. The more they investigated, the more certain particular coins stood out, those that displayed a combination of anomalies and could be deemed as the holy grail of error coins. This creates a rift among collectors, where some may argue that the value of the coin lies not only in its errors but also in its provenance, the story behind its existence, the people who owned it, and the journey it has taken throughout time. Those fascinating narratives surrounding the coin, combined with its documented auction history, especially when it commands a bidding war, creates an environment where the value can rise exponentially, sometimes appearing to grow in value overnight. As the years roll by, and new generations of collectors come into play, the fascination with this coin only intensifies. Advanced technologies for authentication and grading have emerged in the collecting community, allowing for more precise evaluations of the condition and rarity of coins than ever before. This has added a whole new layer to the collecting game, with provenance tracking becoming increasingly important, and coins that come with verified certification can command a price that far exceeds their expected values. It's not merely about rarity, it's about combining the right elements in their history, verifying their authenticity, and creating a narrative that enthralls both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the hobby alike. Each coin tells a story of the United States Mint, of a time long ago when the hustle and bustle of daily life coincided with the minting of possibly invaluable currency. In addition to the existing factors surrounding these coins, the rise of online auctions and specialized marketplaces has shifted the landscape dramatically. With just a click of a button, collectors and investors can engage in bidding wars that attract participants from all corners of the globe. This digital evolution gives the 1967 1-cent coin not only a value determined by traditional coin collectors but also a financial narrative that attracts those who see these coins as viable investment opportunities. The surge of interest surrounding these coins has positioned them as a sort of cross-border currency swap in the collector community, where the valuation fluctuates based on trends, demand, and the overall economic conditions impacting the market. It is not just about a rare penny, it is about the experience and thrill of the chase in seeking this fortunate anomaly. As awareness of the coin's potential grows, it poses an intriguing question for many: what would one do if they found such a coin? For most, it would become a life-changing moment, opening the door to not just incredible financial gain but also the opportunity to be part of an exclusive narrative within numismatics, sharing the experience with fellow collectors, telling the tale, and perpetuating the myth surrounding the 1967 1-cent coin. This emotion drives the market's desire for rare coins, the anticipation, the belief in serendipity, and the rush to uncover hidden treasures, all contributing to escalated demand and sharp increases in prices. As collectors who are well-versed in the market dynamics understand, the true beauty of numismatics lies not just in the financial aspects but in the connections forged through a shared passion, the stories exchanged at auctions, and the community unity surrounded by wonder for historical currency. This symbiotic relationship ensures that the 1967 1-cent coin remains not just a piece of metal but a symbol of hope and aspiration, underscoring the fact that sometimes out of mistakes and errors, extraordinary outcomes arise. Thus, we find that it isn't merely an error coin but also a significant element of the broader tapestry of American history and culture, intertwining the legacy of a bygone era with the passionate pursuits of an ever-engaging collector community. In conclusion, whether you are a seasoned collector, an occasional enthusiast, or simply someone who finds joy in the stories of our past, the tale of the 1967 1-cent coin serves as a powerful reminder of how history can manifest in the most unexpected forms, offering opportunities that can transform lives, and encouraging us all not just to view currency as a reflection of monetary value, but to appreciate the narratives embedded within each piece, holding enticing clues to our shared heritage. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious about the hidden treasures that await us in the world around us, and don't forget to share your own stories, whether about finding your own unusual coins or what piques your interest in the world of numismatics, because every coin has a journey just waiting to be discovered. Next. Today, we are diving into the extraordinary tale of a 1999 1-cent coin that has exploded in value, now commanding a staggering $40 million due to a combination of errors and fascinating mistakes that ultimately make it a collector's dream and an incredible piece of numismatic history. You may think of a penny as mere change, something that rattles in the bottom of your wallet or gets tossed into a jar, but this particular 1999 penny is worth much more than just 1 cent. It represents a unique convergence of historical context, manufacturing anomalies, and the passionate pursuit of collectors seeking extraordinary finds. Let us take a closer look at how this seemingly insignificant coin became a monumental symbol of miscalculations and misprints that can elevate its worth into the millions. The journey begins in the late 1990s, a period marked by technological advancement and change within the United States Mint. As the Mint transitioned into modernizing processes, it also began to piece together the intricate details of coin production more efficiently. However, this very evolution set the stage for the unique errors that would later define the 1999 1-cent coin's legacy. Among those errors was what is known as the wide AM and close AM design varieties of the Lincoln penny, which differentiate whether the letters A and M in America are spaced widely or closely together. In 1999, a small yet significant number of coins were minted that featured the wide AM design, deviating from the standard design and becoming an instant sensation among collectors. This design flaw stemmed from a production error during the die engraving process, where the engravers did not properly place the letters as intended, resulting in a subtle yet striking visual discrepancy. As soon as knowledgeable collectors and numismatists became aware of this anomaly, the rarity and uniqueness of the wide AM became immediately apparent. This detail was significant because minting processes are typically uniform, and errors like this are rare, especially for a coin that is typically produced in the millions. It was only a matter of time before the market reacted to this newfound knowledge, and prices began to rise dramatically. As collectors sought to find these elusive coins, transactions began showing sky-high prices, further driving demand and establishing the coin's place in the hierarchy of collectible currency. Alongside the wide AM error, the 1999 1-cent coin may contain other variations that further bolster its value. The double die phenomenon, which is also sometimes confused for earlier varieties, occurs when a coin is struck more than once, resulting in a noticeable doubling of certain inscriptions or imagery. In some instances, 1999 pennies were minted that displayed distinct doubling, giving them a unique character that sets them apart from their more common counterparts. Collectors began feverishly searching through rolls of pennies, combing through penny jars, and perusing through estate sales in hopes of discovering a 1999 penny that held one of these prized attributes, which fueled the market even further. The idea of stumbling upon a coin worth millions in a simple bucket of change or in old coin collections became a tantalizing prospect for many, igniting a fervor that only intensified interest in the 1999 1-cent coin. Along with the ongoing allure of rare variations, as the years went by, the significance of heightened grading standards surfaced within the numismatic community. The introduction of third-party grading services provided a platform for accurate assessment and verification of coin conditions, lending credibility to the values assigned to these rare finds. Coins that received high grades, particularly those graded as mint state 67 or higher, began fetching outrageous prices at auction, sometimes running into the tens of millions of dollars. For the 1999 1-cent coin, those high-graded pieces possessing the unique wide AM designation soared in popularity, capturing bidders' attention during auction events around the world. Collectors began to realize that condition was vital, as wear and tear could greatly diminish the value of any coin, especially when you're discussing a considerable sum like 40 million. In this sense, the passionate pursuit among enthusiasts grew not just for the coins themselves but for the stories that cast their valuations into stark relief. The narrative surrounding the coin, its provenance, its journey from production to circulation, and finally to the auction block became paramount, creating a rich tapestry of interest beyond the physical attributes of the coin itself. This environment cultivated a deeper interest in the ownership history, where connections to notable collectors or historical events could further boost a coin's prestige and value. Simply finding a 1999 wide AM penny wasn't enough. Collectors were now eager to uncover the complete story wrapped around each find, exploring the previous owners and the coin's path through time, often uncovering remarkable narratives along the way. Adding to this fascinating history was the advantageous economic climate of the late 1990s, known as the dot-com boom, which propelled an ever-expanding class of affluent individuals looking to diversify their investments. The confluence of rising tech stocks, disposable income, and a burgeoning fascination with collecting placed rare coins in the limelight, making them an attractive asset in the ever-changing market, and offering a refuge for wealth preservation in times of unpredictability. Indeed, the increased accessibility of coin collecting through the internet allowed for wider participation, further boosting the appeal of the 1999 1-cent coin, as potential investors were able to research, join communities, and discover stories behind other exceptional finds, thereby increasing the overall value of the hobby itself. As the years rolled on, and the combination of rarity and pristine quality became increasingly sought after, the prices for certain 1999 1-cent coins reached astronomical heights. The thrill of a bidding war during auctions and the anticipation tied to discovering these coins intensified the appeal for both collectors and investors. Each sale brought heightened interest, and as the public became more aware of such rare coins, the focus shifted away from mere standard currency, prompting enthusiasts to look deeper into their collections for hidden treasures, leading to an unprecedented inflation of interest around the 1999 1-cent coin. Of course, with the rising prices came the lurking shadow of counterfeit coins, a reality that became apparent as the market attracted unscrupulous individuals aiming to capitalize on the boom. Some counterfeiters began creating reproductions that mimicked the elusive wide AM error, threatening to obscure authenticity and tarnishing the credibility of legitimate finds. As this threat emerged, collectors navigated the landscape of coin collecting with caution, ensuring they sought established third-party grading services and expert opinions to confirm the authenticity before investing substantial sums. The stakes were high, as acquiring a counterfeit coin could result in substantial financial loss and damage to one's collecting reputation, reinforcing the importance of due diligence within the collector community. This nuanced environment encouraged existing collectors to become more vigilant in their pursuits. Knowledge sharing and networking came to be held in high regard, emphasizing the importance of building relationships among seasoned enthusiasts and emerging collectors united by a shared passion for finding genuine treasures within their odds and ends. Ultimately, The 1999 1-cent coin serves as a remarkable example of how error coins can transcend their humble origins to carve out a significant niche within the broader landscape of numismatics. This coin is not just a collectible, it stands as a testament to the layers of history, economic factors, and fascinating stories that intertwine to create a narrative more profound than any single piece of currency could encapsulate. As we explore the world of rare and error coins, we are continually reminded that investing in them is often as much about the thrill of the hunt and the joy of connecting with a wider community as it is about acquiring a potentially lucrative asset. Whether you're a long-time collector, a novice enthusiast, or someone who just caught wind of this captivating world, the story surrounding the 1999 1-cent coin, from its production errors to its staggering valuation, is a poignant reminder of the unexpected wonders waiting to be discovered amidst our everyday surroundings. This coin encapsulates not only a slice of history but a symbol of hope that hidden treasures often lie within plain sight, urging us to take a closer look at what we might overlook in our daily lives. Until we meet again, we encourage you to look for those extraordinary stories, whether it be through your spare change, in your family heirlooms, or in the bond forged with fellow collectors within the growing community of numismatics, where stories intertwine, values appreciate, and the spirit of discovery thrives. Happy collecting! Last. Today, we're going to delve into a truly captivating story about a coin that defies all expectations, the 2013 1-cent coin that has skyrocketed in value, now worth an unbelievable $16 million due to a combination of production errors and other fascinating factors that have led to it becoming one of the most sought-after coins among collectors. You may be accustomed to thinking of a penny as just pocket change, a small denomination token passed around in transactions barely worthy of note, but this particular 2013 cent carries an intricate tapestry of history, rarity, and missed opportunities that culminate in its extraordinary valuation. Let us take this journey to unravel how a seemingly ordinary penny could gain such a formidable stature, commanding respect and commanding a wild price tag in auction houses around the globe. The story begins with a backdrop that is as rich and diverse as the coin itself, set against the evolution of the United States Mint's production techniques. By 2013, the Mint was facing mounting pressures regarding the costs associated with producing coins, especially 1-cent pieces, which were slowly becoming more expensive to mint than they were worth in face value. Traditionally, the 1-cent coin had been composed of a heavier composition of zinc and copper, but by 2013, the Mint was already transitioning to a predominantly zinc alloy for cost-cutting measures. This shift altered the minting process, and perhaps it was this very change in materials and methods that would later lead to the famous errors that bestowed remarkable values upon a select few coins of that year. Central to the appeal of the 2013 1-cent coin are several notable errors, including what's referred to as the missing mint mark error. Coins are typically stamped with a mint mark indicating where they were produced, such as P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. However, in a small batch of 2013 pennies, a mix-up during the production process led to a handful of them being struck without any mint mark at all, rendering those specific coins incredibly rare. Collectors, recognizing the uniqueness of these pieces, began clamoring for them, pushing their assessed value to new heights, and capturing the attention of investors who realized the potential for significant financial gains in owning a piece of such elusive history. The production of these coins was not the end of the story. As we delve deeper, we find even more unusual characteristics contributing to the allure of the 2013 1-cent piece. Error coins, particularly those with notable production mistakes, are the gold mines of the collecting world, and 2013 featured several intriguing anomalies beyond just the missing mint marks. One such error included the infamous double die variety that occurred during the minting process. When a coin die is improperly aligned or a mistake occurs during the engraving, it can create instances where images or lettering appear doubled on the coin. In the context of the 2013 1-cent coin, some coins in circulation displayed strikingly apparent doubling of heads and tails that clearly caught the eye of astute numismatists. This double die phenomenon produced coins that were not only interesting to look at but also represented a limited number of pieces, ensuring that they occupied a prominent place in the hearts of collectors. As collectors discovered these errors, a heightened demand arose, catapulting prices into previously unfathomable territory. The appeal surrounding error coins extends far beyond their superficial aesthetics. Their significance often lies in their storytelling capacity. The mythos surrounding each coin's production, the specific moment in time when it was minted, and the convergence of circumstances that gave rise to such a unique artifact all build a rich narrative that fosters enthusiasm among collectors. Guided by this interest, the rise of online communities and platforms dedicated to coin trading and discussion has given birth to vibrant marketplaces round the clock, with collectors eagerly exchanging stories and insights as they hunt for these illustrious coins. The very nature of such communities incentivizes exploration into the past as well, where eager newcomers foster relationships with seasoned collectors, sharing knowledge on how to identify these valuable variations and the best practices for ensuring preservation. Such exchanges continue to breathe life into the collecting community, which in turn fuels demand for rare coins like the 2013 cent. With this growing base of enthusiasts comes an influx of new money, and savvy investors realized early on that this penny carried tremendous growth potential. Thus, the coins market grew not merely because of its rarity but also due to the ever-expanding community shining a light on the possibilities inherent in the hobby. In a hyper-digital age, the ability to transfer and circulate information at unprecedented speeds has also played a pivotal role in elevating the status of the 2013 1-cent coin. Knowledge sharing across platforms such as social media and online auction houses sparked a whirlwind of interest in famous era coins, driving prices even higher as bidding wars ensued among collectors who were willing to pay top dollar for prized pieces. These interactions created a cascading effect within the community, where the circulation of news about finders discovering rare coins accelerated the momentum of the market. Additions to the lore surrounding such treasured pieces lend a certain mystique that cannot be overlooked. Audiences are captivated by unlikely discoveries of 2013 1-cent coins hidden within old piggy banks, scuffed-up shoeboxes, or in jars brutish with dust and forgotten memories. The ineffable charm of the treasure hunt adds to each coin's narrative, and enthusiasts find a shared experience in the thrill of discovering the next great find while simultaneously becoming part of a broader tapestry rich with multiplicity. Furthermore, owning a 2013 1-cent coin with significant errors isn't merely viewed as a collector's item, it's increasingly seen as a viable investment opportunity. As investors, different from hobbyists, look to diversify their portfolios, tangible assets like rare coins have started to gain traction amongst diverse financial instruments. In the world where investing in traditional stocks, real estate, and bonds represents conventional wisdom, coins such as the 2013 1-cent piece offer an alternative avenue. With their limited supply and inherent rarity thanks to specific minting errors, they afford collectors a unique chance to achieve substantial returns, drawing the attention of individuals who wouldn't otherwise have considered numismatics as a method of wealth preservation. The contemporary market is replete with stories of astute investors who, after conducting comprehensive research and building relationships within the collecting community, have thrived in this often overlooked landscape. The effective use of media coverage surrounding soaring auction prices creates a sense of urgency and excitement around the 2013 penny that further captures public attention. As those individual stories present their million-dollar finds to the broader audience, the call for collectors to take action grows stronger. The sharp increases in valuation sustained by the 2013 1-cent coin signal a wave of anticipation that sweeps through the numismatic community, urging newcomers to explore their own collections with newfound fervor in hopes of unearthing their own hidden gems. However, as the price tags grow larger, so does the risk involved. Speculation often invites the presence of counterfeit coins, with forgers honing their craft, motivated by the enticing financial rewards hidden within the collectible sphere. Counterfeits that mimic error coins emerge regularly, resulting in a landscape fraught with challenges for earnest collectors. The process of authentication becomes vitally necessary, a means of fortifying a coin's record while also ensuring that legitimate moments in coinage history are recognized and valued. Established third-party grading companies provide professional assessment and verification of coins, raising confidence in their authenticity and guarding against scams. Collectors who wish to establish themselves or protect their investments often rely on these services to solidify their findings' legitimacy, ensuring they are acquiring genuine artifacts worthy of their price tags. Ultimately, as technological advancements grant collectors the ability to test and authenticate their coins, the value behind these 2013 1-cent coins only continues to grow. The fine line between genuine excitement and mere speculation has never been so distinct, creating an ecosystem where genuine enthusiasts connect over shared stories while simultaneously fearing the unseen threats lurking in the shadows of counterfeit attempts. The 2013 1-cent coin, marked by its remarkable errors and cultural significance, stands as not just a coin but rather a dynamic emblem of passion, a testament to how small artifacts can encapsulate fascinating stories and symbolize economic dynamics in a continually shifting landscape. For every coin that roams through the hands of collectors, tales of dedication are etched into its value, reminders of those determined to seek the next great find, weaving threads of connection through history via the coins that mark our shared experiences. As we close this dive into the remarkable story of the 2013 1-cent coin, we hope you leave with a newfound appreciation for how the narratives behind these pieces reshape their valuation. Happy collecting!